Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We're back today at another Alaskan cabin. This summer I've been getting more and more cabins. That Alaska vibe is totally in right now. So let me show you the perfect blend of what is currently rustic and what you can do to make it modern, to give it the best of both worlds while having that privacy and everything else. Today we're here on Coyote Trail. So Coyote Trail is in the Goldstream Valley. It's a beautiful area north of Fairbanks. You're a little bit outside of that political bubble where you hear about all the drama and stuff in town, and you're in your own ecosystem out here. This is right at the base of Moose Mountain, which is one of our local ski spots, snowboarding spots if you're interested. Lots of hiking outdoor trails out here. Murphy Dome Road goes for miles into a whole nother area of Alaska. So if you are interested in this property, reach out quickly. This one is a steal for less than $300,000. And I don't know, let's get into it. You tell me what you think about this property as far as the pricing, the rooms, and everything else goes. So getting started right here, we are in the great room, the front room, the open concept kitchen, dining room, living room, whatever you want to call it. But you can first off see that you have these large French doors as your front door. We do have electronic keypad access. So you do have some modern stuff here. A very nice large sitting deck out front, your private driveway that leads all the way out to Coyote Trail and then out to Murphy Dome Road. Wood storage right across the deck, so even in the winter, minimal traffic to go get your wood, bring it in and heat the fire. And then of course the shop, which is as is, no repairs. We're not doing anything to it, but it's here in case you want to refurbish it and bring it back to life. All right, so getting started on the inside here, you do have baseboard heat, you have hydronic heat in here. So even though it looks very rustic and you do have a wood stove, this is not your primary heat source. You do have vinyl windows, so not even the old wood style windows. Baseboard covers are basically brand new. They were reinstalled last week to get rid of the rusty old ones. We did paint a couple, but it does look a lot better in here. The cabinets are over here in the kitchen. So you have a nice little chandelier hanging here. You have a nice island that does house your range. And then off to the side here, you have all of your galley style kitchen cabinets, countertops, all of that. All very woodsy looking to keep it all in the theme here, wood on wood on wood. You do have an area over here with a washer and dryer tucked away right next to the kitchen. This is just for space optimization. All the plumbing goes to the crawl space, so you can relocate this back into the utility room if you really wanted to. A little bit of a staircase right here. I love the raw wood component of it. The antique phone is just awesome. Like, how often do you see something that's older than you are? And then the staircase here leads up into a lofted bedroom, which we're gonna call bedroom number 3, but really it'd be a great kids playroom. It's currently unfinished and it does need an egressable window, but you can put a bed back here. You could cut a window in there and have a whole nother room. Right now, I think this would make a great gaming area if you want to put a TV there with some recliners here. Something where you're mostly in a seated position and not standing, because I'm standing up right now and that's my view. Heading back downstairs. You get a lot better view of this great room here and how big it is. So pretty much living room over here, dining room could be in the middle, and then kitchen off to the side. You could also use this front area underneath this chandelier as your dining room. You just want to make sure you got plenty of walkway to come in and out of that door easily. You got very high ceilings here. I love those exposed beams, the tongue and groove. Smoke detectors and everything are on site, so this is still a safe house. Overall, the property feels very level. The seller did just re-level the center beam throughout the house. You have a bathroom right here. You even have an alarm system if you want it. Some grab rails for towels, small vanity. This right here, if you want to replace this, you're looking at maybe $400 for something more modern and newer. And then your toilet's right here around the corner. Now this leads into the master bedroom. This one does have a large closet, access to that private suite, vinyl window, and plenty of room for a king-size bed. This is a very large room. I hope my camera is doing it justice, but you can see there's lots of space in there. Turning around, going down this hallway. Now, if you look, that's where we went to the bathroom. This is the hallway that goes to the back of the house. Your guest room is over here off to the side. Again, another closet, storage area, crawl space access underneath the door, baseboard heat, and a vinyl window overlooking your side yard. And then lastly, we are back in the utility room. This door does close to keep the house looking all nice and pretty, so don't worry about that. But when you do walk in here, you have an unfinished room. You could paint it, make it look a little bit fresher and newer. Generator hookup right next to your labeled electrical panel. Pressure tank for your water system. Filters for your water system. Water softener for your water system. Hot water and your heating system right here, all in one area. So if you ever have contractors, you could actually lock that door, let them in the back door, and they can come in here and service everything, and you don't have to worry about anything like that. We're also adding in the generator that will help run the boiler in the winter off of the generator switch. If that is something you're interested in, we will definitely throw that in there to help entice a good offer. Oil-fed baseboard heat, like I said, is the primary heat source here. And I will walk you back to the front so that we can go outside and show you what the terrain in this area actually looks like. Before we go outside, there's something about a large log cabin that everybody just kind of loves. It's a sign of status, but it's also telling people that you like the simpler things in life, and not everything needs to be painted white and gold trim to be considered luxurious. So again, here it is from the outside. You do have a metal roof, nice big stained logs. The chinking is partially done in most areas, and you can always go back and use perma chink if you don't want to do it more often. Now there's plenty of room for improvement here. You could wrap the lower siding in galvanized steel, give you a little bit more weather protection, a little bit of a pop. Gutters or snow breaks would be a good addition here. We're definitely going to want Starlink this far out of town. Like I said, you do have a private dirt driveway. Over here, you do have the wood storage. You have about 5 acres of land here, so you have plenty of room to cut trails and put other buildings into these properties. And then right here, you have the shop. Now, the shop is not in the best of shape. You got a little bit of a broken truss right here on the roof. The ceiling's a little wet and the foundation sags just a little bit. Currently, we're locking it to make sure nobody breaks in here and does anything like that. Now, you could heat this garage. You could bring it back to its former glory. But overall, I recommend that you use it as a shed. We're not going to call it garage. We're actually going to call it a shed for safety reasons. And we're also not doing any repairs or negotiations on that as well. So this is the property. Overall, the only downside right now is no one's been living here for about a month now since the tenant moved out. And the mosquitoes are out in force. Otherwise, if you want quiet privacy, you want a little slice of Alaska without traffic, overtaxation, people telling you if you can and cannot burn on your wood stove. All of these are things that you can do out here and enjoy Alaska with minimal pressure from society back there in town. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned. I'm going to have more coming every week, but this one is going to be live right after the 4th of July. So if you're looking for your own slice of Alaskan heaven, maybe this one's it. Have a great day.
Yeah. Yeah.